What's up, clever masterminds? Clever Boy 86 here, and today I'm going to be continuing my Walking Dead Season 7 reviews. I'm going to be reviewing The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 12, titled Say Yes. So, this episode mainly focuses on Rick and Michonne, and they're out scavenging for supplies. And they're going like a 3-day trip away from Alexandria to look for supplies. And they discovered this walker infested carnival. So they go up to the roof of this building, and the roof was unstable and it caves in, and Rick and Michonne fall through the roof and they just start laughing. So that was a pretty funny scene. Anyways, so they find these boxes of ready to eat meals, and they eat dinner that night, and there's some pretty good dialogue between them in this scene. But anyway, so the next day they go to the carnival, and the walkers at the carnival they were from the military, so Rick and Michonne go to the carnival to kill the walkers to try and get some extra weapons. So they go to the carnival. Alright guys, so sorry for the slight angle change. My camera actually fell off, so sorry about that. But anyway, so basically Rick and Michonne go to the carnival and they see that the walkers are in combat uniform, which means that they could find some extra weapons there to give to Jadis and the scavengers, which was part of the deal that they made back in episode 10. Anyways, so they divide the herd. Rick takes half of the walkers, and Michonne takes the other half. And Rick climbs on top of the Ferris wheel, and he sees a fake CGI deer. And the CGI on this deer was just absolutely horrendous. And, they spend pretty much all their budget for CGI on Shiva, the tiger, so they didn't have much left in their budget for CGI. But yeah, this deer was just absolutely terrible, and yeah, it was kind of an epic fail. But yeah, anyway, so basically Rick tries to get a shot at the deer, but he falls off the Ferris wheel, and they did like a Rick fake out death where it looks like Rick's getting eaten by walkers. And it kind of annoyed me because it was pretty obvious that Rick wasn't dead. Like, there's no way Rick's gonna die by falling off a Ferris wheel and getting eaten by a dozen or so walkers. And, they wouldn't do that in the 12th episode of a season, so it was pretty obvious that Rick was still alive. And, yeah, I just thought it was kind of unnecessary for them to do, a fake out death. So it was pretty obvious that Rick wasn't dead. But anyway, so Michonne thinks that Rick is getting eaten by walkers, and she drops her sword in disbelief. And then Rick comes out the back of a carnival ride and throws her sword to her, and they kill the rest of the walkers. So that was a pretty intense scene. But anyway, so Rick and Michonne find a bunch of guns, and then they talk to each other in the car. And Rick talks about Glenn and tells Michonne how Glenn saved him right at the start, and how he wasn't able to save Glenn. And it was nice to hear Rick talk about Glenn. But anyways, basically, Rick tells Michonne that people are gonna die, but they have to keep fighting. And he tells her that it's not about them anymore, but it's about the future. So that was a pretty good scene. But anyway, so basically, at the end of the episode, Rick and the group bring the guns that Rick and Michonne found to Jadis and the scavengers, and she tells them that it's not enough and that they're going to need more guns. But anyways, that's about it for this episode. Pretty good episode. You know, it's cool to see Rick and Michonne together, and there was some pretty good dialogue between them in this episode. But you could you could kind of tell that they were trying to stretch this episode out a little bit. You know, there was some filler in this episode, but overall, this was a pretty solid episode, and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. But anyways, that's about it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for my review of The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 13, titled Bury Me Here. I'll try and get that done tonight, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all for the next one. Alright, bye guys.